Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jeff here from 10x Forex and Forex Trading Begins. Welcome. Today, I want to do a review of last week, the S&P 500. And I'm going to do something special for you today, right now. This is a review of S&P 500. And we're going to compare this, ladies and gentlemen, to futures, ES Money. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Compare it to the futures, the ES Money. Yep, so just show you what I'm over here for you. Next pictures there. This one. Oh, yeah, just the overall general one, ladies and gentlemen. It's really important you see this. Really important you see this. Yeah, but you see the shape is very similar. In fact, it's almost identical, but not the same. What's really good when you look at the futures and compare it to normal, let's just call it Forex indices, you can see there are slight differences. Well, I would like to say it's the true price into the futures, and this is the market over here on this side, using this broker one, following along what's actually happening in the regulated market. Because it's a lot more regulated here. So let's actually just for a change, let's look at the futures market. It's not something I look at much, but let's just have a look at this in terms of last week. That's right, last week. So you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Friday, and the market was open there on the Monday. You see there at the bottom here it says Monday. Yeah. And let's just go back another week so you can see there and get this out of the way. Yep, click there. It's another Monday there. So bear with me, I'm just going to show you a different way to market the chart. So those people in my 10x Forex trading camp will be able to see this and a lot more. Look at the consolidation, the range here. Yeah. You can see that for yourself. It's been a holiday. Yeah, that was Christmas there. So I've got enough there, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we're not looking at that. Let's look at this. So the price opened here on the Monday. Yeah. Previously on the Friday, price closed here. You see 39, 39.87. Yeah. And then market opened here. There was a imbalance, huge FVG drawn. I've drawn here, and moved that along there. So what the price did, you see, was the open, low, high, and close. That's the secret to trading. Let me just come down to the 1 hour. Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Now this here is an open. This here is an open session. You see how there, it is blue. Now the reason why I'm showing this free today rather than just with my inner circle, because there's many ways of growing. I want to help as many people as I can. We're just looking at this here. Yeah, price dips down, opens, low, high, and close. So go to the, and that's the 23rd. So just go down here, the 23rd, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Go into the 1 hour. Hit the 23rd on that again. Still there. So there's the open. Something happens at this clock here. What time's that down at the bottom? That's right. It takes out all these stop losses above here. 3 a.m. takes all the stop losses and goes drops down. Now, some people say, well, not much happened there. Well, it was enough. That was a nice, huge move when you actually drop down a lower time frames. Then what happens is, those people who know me, what happens round about this time here, price. This is part of the algorithm we keep talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is part that happens on a daily basis. It goes up to high, eventually close. So open, low, high, close. Drop into the 15-minute. Yeah, so let's do this here. So there, takes all them out, all the stop losses all the way along there. Open, high, low. That was at that point, we broke through that there. Back into this area here, this FVG in here, ladies and gentlemen. Then went to the moon. See this on a daily basis. Really clear, really simple, very effective. Do you hear one more time? So people say, Jeff, you only show on indices. Well, right now I'm showing on futures. It's the same pairs, really. This here. High, breaks above this session here into the London session. False breakout, then simply drops like a stone to the other side of the low for the session. Cannot make this stuff up. I've said this many times. Yeah, then it goes up. 8.15, 8.20, comes down. Breaks these lows here. Into this, there was an FVG in there and the lower time frame, ladies and gentlemen. There was also an FVG in here. Tapped into that and simply went to the moon. Happens on a daily basis. Now, for those people who want to add a little bit of confirmation, well, we can certainly do that. But let's come back to that time there again. Well, let's just put someone on the chat in line 5 on. And if this doesn't help, ladies and gentlemen, boom. This is something that we have access to in my mindset mentoring program. It's all about getting the mind out of the way. We have the setups first without any indicators, and we just use the indicators to get the mind out of the way. And it's simply, once that setup is done, it just goes. I'm going to remove that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go back to the next stage. You can see what happened there. Very clear. Indeed. One day gone. Yep, that's up that day there. We'll move this one here. Yeah, tapped into this FVG. Then we go to the next day here. Now I showed this live. I showed these two live in my inner circle group. And I asked the people, what is this candle here? And the word was, it's a doji candle. But this was actually an open one. It's something to that there. Back in the past. There. Across there. There was the open. The low. High and close. So price dropped down into this area here. Boom. Rebalance of the markets, ladies and gentlemen. Rebalancing of the markets. Goes back up and eventually close there. Following day, price over the there. I can tell a lower time frame, but there actually. Up. Where did it drop? Where did it drop to? Where did this drop to, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, let's take 50% of this imbalance area here. This imbalance, just there. there to there. That's 50% there. Just tapped into that. Now, what we're actually doing is we're going to look at the whole length of this candle. Let's see what happens now. Again, doesn't quite make it. So what I would personally do, that there, I don't know why I put that there. That one there, what we're doing is we're measuring the fair value gap between there and there. It did come into there. We'll have to rebalance the market price comes in here, taps into that, then reverses after opening there. Yeah. High, low, and then close. Again, this is on the daily, ladies and gentlemen, 50% of the fair value gap. The following day here, you see price opening there, open, low, and close. The price opens at different prices. That leaves us FBG here. Yeah, right. There was a gap. Price comes down, taps into the FBG because it was at that point it was huge. Comes down. But what are the things? One of the things we can do, go at this high, this wick over here. We draw a line. Price comes down, taps into the wick. Taps into the wick. Back here, ladies and gentlemen. Or carrying on to the moon. Now, let's compare this to the standard candles. And people say, why can I get so detailed charts? What we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the normal charts just here. Sure, it does the same move. So a little key tip: have your future charts here and your indices over here, and do a comparison. That's it there. Doesn't quite make it there, but it does the same move. You can set an alert for this with your features here. Taps into it, then suddenly goes to the moon. Okay, so let's look at this here on the lower time frame. And that date there is the 27th. For the end of the week, ladies and gentlemen, tap down there, let's drop into the hour time frame. I'll go back to the daily, so I apologize. I'll move this line here so we know exactly the day we're talking about. I'm going to hit down there, 27, that day there. Now, look at this. Look at this again, just a minute. I'm going to get the shape of what's happening. That this is one day after. Right there. Whatever for a minute. Yeah. Time when the market opens. Low, high, and close. Thank you very much. What's today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go into the 1 hour. Thursday, Friday. Yeah. Look what happens there, ladies and gentlemen. Low, liquidation. For those people that were watching last week, kept speaking at certain things at certain times of the day. We have the breakout. Comes back, taps into this FBG, and suddenly goes to the moon. Say this again. Yeah. Taps into the FBG, it was there. turns around, most of them. Again, if you don't know how to read candles, you're not really sure how to do this. Once you have this set up, once the setup is in place, my team, all they do is they apply something called the attack in line 5, or the new tool is going to be released very soon. Yep, it gives you a later entry after this, and then I'll let pull back, and there you go. It's all about, ladies and gentlemen, what it's about. It's all about nothing certain, but it's all about stacking the deck as much as possible in your favor. If you start learning the algorithm of the markets, if you start learning, we all have algorithms of our mind. In a previous life, I trained in the mind. I was in the military. I then left the military and went to work with the mind for many years. Then I changed over to the algorithm with Google as an independent Google engineer. And then went on to apply my skills in marketing, and then more recently into Forex, applying the algorithm, learning what the algorithm is, what it does, certain times of the day, there's movements, where it goes to and why it goes to these places. It's just computer science. If you're not studying computer science, don't worry about it. That's why we have people out there. So these days in the markets, financial markets, you're not just up against other humans. There's artificial intelligence making these trades. So to get ahead, you have to get ahead and change your mindset. And I'd probably suggest, unless you're a winning trader, change how you trade. Learn to change with the algorithm. I'm not saying you have to learn from myself. I'm not suggesting it's the only way to go. And if you want to learn from myself, please reach out. Let's have a free introductory offer. Where we'll show you, you can show me how you trade. And I'll maybe make a few suggestions, what I call a strategy call. And if I believe the algorithm what we've found out in the financial markets can help you, I'll be on enough to show you. Because it doesn't suit everybody. Yep, it does not suit everybody. Because what I demand when people come and learn from myself, I demand to put the time in. Why? Because it's not just a buy-sell signal. You have to learn what the algorithm does. Whether you learn about the mind, whether you learn about the Google algo or the financial Forex, stocks, futures, options algorithm, you have to put time in. I'm not suggesting for a moment, and I would never suggest this, you can do this within 1 month. Although we have certainly had funded traders that have came along and become funded within 1 month. I would honestly say typically it's considerably longer than that. But if you're smart, if you can follow, but more importantly, if you can put the time in, then things can change. I can't promise you by putting the time in and even make those changes that will be successful for you. It's the truth. For whatever reason, I could have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people in the room learning the same algorithm, the same thing, but people get different results. And let me explain to you why. Let's think back to when you were at school, college, or university. We all had the same books. We all had the same teachers, lecturers. But we all get different results. Why is that? It's how you apply yourself. It's how you apply yourself. You don't have to be a mathematician. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to have a desire to improve. You have to have a desire to change certain factors in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if I feel a bit, think about being strong with this. I think it's important to know this is not some secret pill, blue pill, red pill, or whatever pill. What this is about learning the algorithm along with myself. I'll guide you, I'll show you the way. But you have to put the work in, the time in. But if you do this, if you commit to yourself, commit to your family, your future, I believe it's certainly possible. So why not come have a free strategy session with myself? We'll see how you trade. I'll do a personal one-to-one overview of the algorithm. I'm not going to share all the secrets, obviously, so that's only for our inner circle team. But if you feel you're ready, you know I'm speaking to you. You're sitting there watching this. You're not. I know you're watching this. Send me a message, whether it be YouTube, Messenger, or whatever connection you have with me. You know, just say hi, reach out. My name's Jeff Goodwin. There's a reason why we call this 10x Forex, because it's looking at the results you're getting and magnifying any positive wins by 10. That's typical of the results if you put the time in. Some people got 1% trades. What we do is we look for 10%, 15%. But here's the little secret. Little secret, when you play with big money, let's look at the smaller percentage growth. So if you can win with small numbers, you can win with big numbers. It's the exact same trade. Then it's the mindset. That's why the mindset mentoring program is really, really important. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Wherever you are around the world, I'm on my tour of Thailand right now. Have a wonderful time. Bye for now.